Hello everyone. For those who are following my blog and the development of the model, the last thing I posted was that I was going to set up the axles on the loco, and I thought I'd take a short video of that, showing the scales that I've made and the process involved. To find the construction of the scales, you'll find that on my blog. So anyway, we'll start with the stand. Now the stand, it's been made, it's 7 foot long. This gives me the opportunity to measure all the axles on that stand, and also I can turn this stand around within the workshop, which is also an important thing. Now here, this is the weighing scales, and if I push the model forward a little bit, so you can see it here. For those who have been following again, I have changed the size of these plates. The others were hanging over the edge and machined, so it sat there and couldn't move. But what I was finding was it was offsetting, it was putting strain on the weighing platform, as in too much weight on one side. Hadn't moved it, but I thought it'd be much easier to fit these smaller plates, and also they're a little bit more shallow, because I got a false reading at one time, and I can only imagine that they were just a little bit too high, and thus it was gone past the spring rate of the axle. So anyway, so that's where we are now. Now I'm going to borrow my wife's phone to show this in process. First of all, I need to get it open. Bear me for a sec. Right, okay, so you can see there, I'm going to show it. That's the app for the scales I'm using. They're Bluetooth scales, which one, it means you can log the weights as you do it, but more importantly, you can actually see it easier, because to try and see the actual display which is under there is very hard. So that's what I'll do is put that there. Now you can see this little bit here flashing, that bit. So what you do is you bring that back up again, just push on that to get it ready, and then pull the model back until the wheel goes over, and when you can see it's reading, and come up with a measurement, and there it says 36.2. And then if I pull it off, let's pull this down a little bit, I'll pull it off that axle, come up for the next axle. So again, push again, bring it back, and it gives you the rear driving axle. Thus, now of course you have to do this a number of times, just like the real thing, and perhaps take an average of the weights. But I have, if I can just go here, so far I'm here. This was the original one here, on the old plates on the Weighbridge, and then this one has got the new plates, and it's much closer. As you can see, the main driving axle is the culprit. That's a bit low, and the rear driving axle is a bit high. The others are getting pretty close to where I need to be. So my next job will be to adjust the spring rates on those two axles, and see how we do. and I shall report back on that later. But hopefully that gives you some idea of its scales, and you can see again there, and that comes up onto the main driver there. So it's quite simple, and the idea of using bathroom scales was given to me by Doug in Australia. The only difference I have done is I've used a set of Bluetooth scales, so I can actually log it easier and see what I'm doing a bit better as well. Okay, chaps, that's that for today. See you again soon.